Welcome everybody to the Milanisti Downunder podcast. This is your host Paul. This is episode 7, and so this is the first time that we're live on YouTube, and also the first time we're speaking about Milan in a more positive light on an episode. in all 7 episodes.
The first episode was positive.
Yeah, because nothing had happened yet. We hadn't had a game.
No, that was optimism. That's different to positivity, I guess. We were just hoping for something, and we'll let down. But maybe Fonseca was just coaching the team the entire time for, to face Inter, basically. What? I mean, you guys were here. What were your feelings here live in the radio?
I mean, I'm not the most optimistic person of all time on the podcast. So, look, it's a good win. I was happy we got it, but I'm happy it's done. But now I'm looking forward to Saturday. You know, like the win was good, the result was good, we played well. But then if we come to Saturday and we're playing shit again, there's the first swear word. If we're playing shit again and we don't get a result, it doesn't help us that much, does it?
No, it doesn't. So we have to back it up. But it was the first time that I watched the game this season. I felt like I was watching, a team with a soul. So I was really happy with the game. What were your thoughts, Marco?
Yeah, same. But I also think Inter had a pretty tough game during the week. So there's a lot of merits for us for winning it, but there's a lot of demerits for Inter for not really performing. They were not really aggressive. Like Fonseca was right. He said in the last few years, I don't remember any team being that, putting Inter in that much struggle. But at the same time, they could easily won it. The 90th minute, boom, with a couple of chances. Maignan made some saves during the game. I think, in the end, we just went. We were hungry. We wanted to win. We had many chances. So I think we deserve the win, and I think I'll take it. Motivational wise, it's gonna be good for the season, and I hope, Saturday, like Anthony says, I hope Saturday is the test. If we win really good Saturdays, which we should, because we play Lecce at home, and the stadium will be behind us again.
Yep, and I have to apologise because I've noticed we've got someone new at the end of our.
Forgot he was here.
If you don't say anything, no one knows.
Nah, Pierre is one of our members, and someone that just loves being in the corner watching games here at radio. No, he's always here at radio watching the games with us, and he really loves the club. Came with us to Perth. An interesting fact that I just found out recently is that you were in Milan Club Academy. Was that here in Australia?
No, it was actually in Milan, and we were meant to do like the week training at the San Siro, but Zucchero was performing, so they took.
Do you know the fun fact? Yeah, today is Zucchero's birthday. True story. Please.
So they literally took up the whole stadium.
Thank you, Zucchero.
For like 2 weeks, and then we got there, and they're like. They told us the day we got into Milan, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, it's been moved to the training grounds. You're not doing the thing at the San Siro. So I was like devastated. And then they're like, oh, you can't go on the grass because of the concert and stuff. So I literally was like, Dad, just cover the security guard just so I can get on the pitch. And then I remember just like literally ripping grass up and going, I've touched it.
Wow, you've gotten closer than any of us. I've never... even dreamed. The only thing I've been able to maybe touch is the artificial grass before the actual pitch. Yeah. That's to be able to touch the pitch is a special thing.
Yeah,
I do know another one of our members, Paul Barbaro, recently tried to. He might have explained on the podcast before. He wanted to visit the pitch, and it was also covered by those plastic sheets or the plastic blocks for the concerts. Yeah. But it was good that didn't deter you, and you went out there and got a piece of grass as well.
I think I was like too young to care what would happen.
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that was Taylor Swift. That one.
That's always Taylor Swift's fault.
Better than when I went, it was dirt because they'd ripped up all the grass. So I tried to get some dirt.
See nothing.
Nah, I saw fuck all. But I tried to bring some dirt home with me, but didn't happen. I got some dirt from the bottom of the pitch.
Let's talk about the game a bit more. So I guess the most peculiar thing before the derby was the formation. We didn't know what we're going to expect with a 4-4-2, or some people might have suspected it was a 4-2-4, or as Fonseca was saying in the post-match press conference, that it was the same formation. He just played it a different way with Morata dropping back and Moncada dropping back. It's all this year.
Yeah,
I don't know what
it's
you call that.
Fugazi.
It's Fugazi.
I did say it in the morning, like because I looked at FootMob for the lineup, and it had Morata playing as the 10. So I thought it was the same formation as well, to be honest. Not saying I'm a coach or anything, but FootMob surely had it like that, which I thought was weird, having Morata a bit deeper, but I think a 4-4-2 definitely helped us. You could see it was better defensively.
He did really well.
It's a defensive formation.
Morata did really well.
He did, yeah.
Hold it up.
Morata and Abraham did well.
But
Yeah.
he did his job.
Yeah, correct. And that's the thing. Like, I think I spoke to some friends, even Interisti during the week, and we all agreed that Fonseca was on his last straw. He had to try something new. Even though Ibra said, no, he's not. But we all knew that he had to win this derby. Even a draw probably wouldn't have been enough, especially with the way we played.
Yeah.
With the way we played, a draw would have been a loss.
The draws are gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
Everyone was expecting a different coach. Everyone.
100%.
Even we were all saying, we'll talk about this in a second, but Mark will not be going to Italy soon to watch a game.
Are we?
Everyone, yeah, we are. Everyone said that he was done regardless of the result and the rest of it. And I said on the last episode, it's everything you don't expect as a Milan fan. That's what's going to happen, and we're going to keep Fonseca, and he's going to see out the year, and we're going to base him staying on the results, and that's what happened. So I mean,
we didn't expect a win. So
I mean, we didn't expect the win, but I expected Fonseca to stay no matter what.
Is there I mean, it's too easy now. There was a part of me for about 5 minutes when I went to bed, and I'm like, we can win it.
Yeah,
but we won't win
You
it.
get that feeling all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
I get it driving here. Literally, when I pull onto Port Road, I get excited. I'm like, I reckon we're going to win this game, even though I've been saying 4-0 all week and still said 4-0 when I walked in.
I said 4-0 as well.
Yeah. So
I get more of a like, when they line up, like when you're watching it and they've got the people coming up, we could do this. And then the whistle blows and I'm like, nah.
Especially when Di Marco scored, I'm like, there you go. There it is. There it is. They are back. But we won, and no one can take that away from us. It was great to see Gabbia scoring the goal that, got us through. A guy from the academy, really from the cantera, how you want to call it. And they did actually something in Via Dante in the store yesterday.
That
was cool.
You could meet the Derby hero.
Yeah.
And he was there.
Is that a little bit too much? I'm just putting it out there. Is that a little bit too much? If we went over the line, I mean, we are all excited. But
I think they needed to get the fans on board. They needed to do something. Everyone was pretty unhappy.
Sell some tops.
Yeah, sell some tops as well. You know, I mean, I think there was a few people here that were going to buy some.
Yeah, you know what I
mean? I was contemplating the Gabbia top.
But you don't want to make Milan look like weak and small and going, they won the derby, let's celebrate too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. That's also what a lot of Interisti are saying is that it's only one win the last 7. But
but how much does this win mean for us?
Yeah,
we haven't won a derby for a long time. That was the beginning of not even the last season.
Lucky you didn't commit to running down Port Road naked for this game.
I'm never doing that again. I was so scared when we scored first. I know it's off topic, but when we scored first against Liverpool, I was shitting myself. I was like, oh God, this is actually going to happen.
Invece, we didn't win.
No.
It was a terrible performance, to be honest.
Well, other things about the game that I found interesting was the way the back four was set up, and I think everyone was expecting a bit of a change because Pavlovic wasn't working with Tomori, evidently. And, I mean, Gabbia is a more traditional type defender, born and raised in the Milan Academy. So he's someone that we needed when we've lost someone like a Kier or we've lost defenders that are more traditional over the last few years that we've been trading with defenders. Like Pierre Kalulu too was a bit more of a traditional defender.
What a fucking shit idea.
Fullback. Yeah, I know.
What a fucking shit idea was to let him go. Like literally. Come on.
To Juve.
And to Juve. Per 15 million. Like, come on, man. Why?
But at least they're not doing too well either. So
no.
He was their man of the match though the other day.
Yeah. He's putting in some ripper performances.
Yeah, he's been insane. And at right back as well.
That probably says more.
Where we need it.
Where we need it, yeah.
Like literally, the goal the Inter scored was all Emerson Royal. With all the respect.
Yeah,
But come on, man.
Yeah,
Where
he
are
got
you
pulled
going?
way out of
Dove
position
vai?
for that one.
Where are you
think-
going?
I think from watching that a few times that he got caught out because Tomori,
Didn't do the offside trap?
not so much. It was more the way that he was about to cover his shot. So Emerson, I could see like he saw Lautaro shaping up for a shot, and it didn't look like. We all know how dangerous he is. I mean, I know he's been a bit off, but that game he was on. He was more on.
Yeah,
than
he had a
not.
couple of shots.
I think he saw what Lautaro was shaping up to do and saw Tomori didn't have it covered, and that's the type of situation and chance you don't give a player like Lautaro Martinez space to do.
You telling me that you can get into Emerson Royal's brain?
Look,
Just bang your head against the wall when you
just
can,
look,
yeah.
You look
Yeah.
at the goal a couple of times, you see, what's happening. You can see sort of what the thought process is. So I can see why he did it. It was his fault in the end because he left his mark, and Lautaro, played in DeMarco. But I think, I guess we sort of expected that was going to happen. It was going to be a tight game, and they were going to get one back. We didn't expect us to be leading.
Can you get into Chukwueze's brain?
No, I can't. Sorry,
He's not been
that's-
playing lately, so
He played with Inter.
Oh,
He
couple of
could have
minutes.
scored.
He should have scored.
He
He could have
he-
scored.
You know what, I think if-
Okafor should have scored.
Yeah, him too. But I
Yeah,
think
and-
Chukwueze,
yeah,
I think if that was him when he was at Valencia or Villarreal, whichever one it was,
Villarreal.
yeah, he would have scored that. He was on his left, and he has no confidence, and that's why he passed it. Okafor should be scoring. That was a very bad miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
missed a mate of mine the bet. He lost the bet because of that, because he put over 3.5, because I said we were going to lose 4-0. So he put over 3.5 and he lost the bet because of that game.
well, I mean, it's
Because of that
also
goal.
Abraham missed a
Tammy,
sitter as
yeah,
well.
I saw
But
that.
Leao went.
I mean,
Okay. We
Yeah.
need to talk about Leao.
Okay, here we go.
We need to talk about Leao.
Marco, go. We'll give you the floor.
Yeah, let's go.
Ragazzi, Leao, with all the love, thank you for the Scudetto, but you have to be bench, mate, for months. We can't
For
wait.
months.
We can't wait every game for him to have his brilliant moment of brilliance that he's going to produce something good. Play someone that wants to play. Play someone that has that is aggressive enough, that is going to go in the space, that is going to press the man, that is going to run, that is going to be part of the game, man. Put Okafor on and try. Put Chukwueze on the left.
You don't mean that.
Jesus.
You don't mean that. You
I
don't
do.
mean
You
that.
don't-
Because if he does it and you see it in the lineup, you're going to lose
do.
your shit. So you do not mean that.
I mean it.
Nah,
I
don't believe
mean
it.
I mean it. Chukwueze should be... Actually, you know what? Chukwueze should be starting and be our captain.
Fuck off.
It's
This
gonna
is
be
how
raining pigs
confident I
tomorrow.
am.
It'll be raining pigs tomorrow.
Come on, guys.
There's no way.
We have to... this is what... I don't understand how everyone we talk to as AC Milan fan, we all see it. Why don't they just try him on the bench?
Money.
I
Yeah,
know,
money.
But he gets the money anyway.
Yeah, but it's a waste of money. And it's Leao. Like we saw it when he
Money,
benched.
image.
Yeah. And when we benched him
Ma
and,
che palle.
you know.
They don't have any.
Yeah, but when we
That's the issue.
benched him and nearly lost, that was all they talked about. Every time Leao's on the bench and we lose, that's all they're going to talk about. Oh, well, if Leao was playing, we would have won, which isn't the case because he does fuck all when he's on the pitch.
I hope Leao is watching this and he's
I
gonna
hope
do
so.
like his surf emoji reposting this, or like
You can't take my smile.
Let's
Yeah.
be very honest. Rafa Leao is one of the best players on the team, and it's
For about,
He-
10,
he-
for
Nah.
about 10 minutes.
he is.
Nah,
No,
I don't
like,
think so anymore.
He is
Nah.
one of the most
He
he's
is.
Talented,
He's
yes,
talented.
but
Look,
good player,
talented.
no.
Maybe not right now. Not right now. That's the key. Look, we got someone that just needs an attitude fix. That's about it.
I see-
yeah.
But the thing
But
is, I look at
bench
it,
him.
and I look at Pulisic. Pulisic's our best player. I'm saying that 100%.
At the moment.
He's consistent. Like
Yeah.
the whole time since he's been in Milan last season, the start of this season, even when we were playing badly, 6 games, 4 goals, 2 assists. Like he's got a goal involvement every game. That's
Come on, baby.
yeah, exactly. But they were the numbers Leao was doing. But 2-3 seasons ago, he's just not carried it on.
He missed a few chances, man. That are like, man, you have to score against Soma. It's a moment where you have to score in that moment. You have to do it. Redeem yourself. Redeem yourself. It's about redeeming yourself. Like good old mate Shuku. Redeem yourself, man.
But you get a feeling that he's not sort of out of the depths yet, do you? Because you look at when Gabbia scored the goal and Leao had finally walked all the way around the pitch and then
such a
confronted
sook.
Fonseca going, what for? Like you could see the
And then you've
body
got
language.
Abraham literally jumping.
And
the
then
fan-
you,
with
and then
the
you
players.
see Fonseca just look at distance, and then like Gabbia scoring, everyone rushing over, but Leao just slowly turns around and walks toward the group.
Yeah.
Like that to me is that's more telling than the drink break incident for me.
And covering what you just said, you look at Theo's reaction after that. Theo's been he played really well with Inter, and he's got something with Inter because he's that type of player. He's a French-Spanish.
He just
Like,
fucking
he's
hates Dumfries. That's
he-
what it
I
is.
was
He
just saying,
fucking hates
He
Dumfries.
actually
how-
hates Inter as much as we do.
But even one of the most strangest things about that derby was that he was not as hot-headed, aggressive,
No.
and didn't fight with Dumfries
No.
really at all. Like that to me was a really
Composed.
weird thing. Yeah, he was definitely more composed,
Yeah.
more mature. Is that maybe him sort of coming around to the team and Morata and the rest? I'm not sure what it is, but it's definitely really positive because he's someone on the pitch that I've been wanting to see play at that much higher level since the start of the season for
Yeah.
sure. You can see it. He wants the captaincy. Like you can tell that he really wants to have more of a role. Like, what do you
What's
think?
that sticker on your computer? Wave after wave, man.
That's Rafael Leao. Wave
Get
after
rid of
wave.
it.
No,
Take
no,
that
I
fucking thing
still
off me.
get it. I still believe in him. I think he can. I think he can
Yeah.
come around to.
I think he'll be really good when we sell him in the summer. I think that's
No,
thank you
no.
very much.
No,
90
no,
mil.
We won't
Done.
let him go.
But has he ever been like really like even the year he won when we won the Scudetto and he won best player, his stats. You look at the other players that have won like Lautaro Martinez, right? They weren't that good considering.
But it's from where he did it though. He did it from the left wing.
Look, dude, I'll ask.
But who do we have up front?
I'll ask you guys. Is he world class? Do you consider Leao world class?
If his attitude's there.
No. Is he world class? Right now, are you saying he's world class?
I've seen him do things that are world class, so I think the capability is there, but the consistency is also what makes you world class. I
So
don't think
yes or no? Is he world class or no?
just because he lacks the consistency at this point, no.
No.
Marco?
So is he another Balotelli? Is he not that Cassano?
He's not lighting firecrackers and stuff.
Yeah, he's
At least that's
He's
funny.
not-
No.
But still, is he gonna be one of those
Could have been.
talents that I don't know? I don't know. Maybe he's wasting his time at AC Milan. Maybe he has to be in a more complete team, like
But where would he go?
Real
Hey,
Madrid.
I think
But I don't know.
PSG
Yeah.
maybe.
PSG.
PSG wouldn't have
Someone
him.
someone in the Prem like
he loves soccer. He loves the club. You know, he's always going to be playing soccer. I think. I know that he's doing all this modelling and rapping and stuff.
But
like
that's
that,
just
but
the way the world is now.
Yeah.
They have to be more.
yeah.
They have to be more than just players.
But yeah, I think. Look, I can really only see him in the next couple of seasons in our shirt, and I can only see him improving and doing better than what he's been doing lately with, the walking around, the wayward shots, the weird, decisions on the pitch.
I can see him doing better when his contract's almost up. When there's a year left, all of a sudden he'll turn into fucking prime Ronaldinho just to get another 5 million a season.
The ball hasn't landed yet from his shot.
Yeah, I think Eric's still
Still diving
still
for that one.
reaching.
Still
Yeah.
diving.
Reaching.
Anyway, it was a good win. It
Yeah,
was a good
win.
way to end the 6 games, lost with Inter, which, again, Inter for the last few seasons has been a better team than us. Playing them 6 times in one season doesn't help when that happens. So
Yep.
that's it. If in a normal scenario where you play them twice a year, then maybe we would have won one. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm just, yeah.
Or it would have taken
feels
3
good.
years to lose 6 instead of 1 year.
It feels good. It feels good to win with them.
Yeah.
Pezzi di merda.
Yeah, I was just going to say eat shit. But anyway.
Yeah.
Let's now talk about, I guess, a bit more of the future of the club, because now there's a lot of things you can hypothesize and think about what's going to be happening with the team, the coach, the management. For me, I've already seen after this game, it seems like Ibra's calming down a bit.
He made some comments before the game saying people don't get my jokes, and what's most important is the club now. He never said that. Never, even when
So
he was someone must have said something to him.
I think it was just before, just some typical, Balkan, chest, like it was just contest
Bullshit.
between Boban and him. I don't think it was anything to be disrespectful. I think it was just a typical Balkan thing that they were doing between each other. He did well to diffuse that whole thing. So I think after the derby win and after backing Fonseca and backing the coach and showing some conviction in that, I think I think we're definitely on a better,
This is one of those games where if you win, that can set you up for the next 3 months of the season.
Yeah,
we need to really understand. Now it's too early to talk, but there's obviously now the media is all on our side, and this is how Fonseca managed to win the derby because they had a barbecue the day before. Imagine if we lost. Imagine if we lost and they said they had a barbecue the day before. Because I remember seeing on Gazzetta they were saying Inter is in Retiro, so they were like locked up in the hotel, and we were not, and we were the ones that we should have been, and we won. Imagine if it was the other way around. And now everyone is begging Inter because they're old, they can't defend. And 3 days ago, they had a defending masterclass because Acerbi is the next Franco Baresi, because because Alan didn't score in 2 games against Inter.
Yeah.
That's how everything changed. I mean...
And you could see how tired Inter were in the second half. They were shot to pieces. The first half, they were the better team. They were dead in the second half. Yeah. And that's what won us the game. But I'll say, back to the topic as well, the future. The future is, for us, is Saturday morning. That's all it is. There's no point looking for... It's one game at a time.
Yeah.
We need to beat Lecce, then not get embarrassed by Bayer Leverkusen, ideally. And
are you still really thinking that we get embarrassed?
yes. I mean, yes.
Okay.
I don't have any analysis after that. Yes.
Pierre, what do you think? I know you have sometimes different...
Do you reckon the derby was like when you like they say with like here with the showdown, and there's that much in it, then the next game they're just flat? Can you see the players against Lecce going 45 minutes, gets to half time, it's 0-0, and then they just go...
It could, but that's just it. We're not going to know until Saturday, but as I've said, every game so far this season, this is a must-win.
Yep.
Because we need momentum. Like, this is just the start of the momentum. And again, if we drop points to Lecce, don't see us getting a result against Leverkusen.
But plus, guys, like, everyone is dropping points. Atalanta lost with Como. Like, Torino is first in the championship. Juve has drawn the last 3 games.
Udinese is second as well, I think.
Yeah. 10.
Napoli's not doing too bad. But I think I'm a little bit like Pierre. I am afraid that we go in a little bit soft, maybe.
Yep.
Which we tend to do against the lower teams.
Yeah. But Lecce is coming out from a... Mamma mia. They were 2-0 up at the 92nd minute and missed the biggest sitter of the history of soccer. And they drew 2-0. I don't know how, but they did. So
when I woke up and saw the stats and the minutes, I was like, how's that even possible? Because they, like, when they do the pluses and then they're like 6 and then +7, I'm like, it literally has to be in the early parts of that minute for that to happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, how?
Yeah. And Lecce last year was, we won 3-0 at home, but we drew 2-0 and we lost in Lecce. Realistically, they took a goal from them from a step on foot by Piccoli.
That was a great goal.
It was a great goal.
Well, I guess just from the last topic, we can all agree that the short-term future is under Fonseca. Things will look good if we keep playing that.
He bought himself another month.
Yeah, he bought himself
Month,
another
you reckon?
month.
Yeah.
Do you think they look at just the Serie A and not Champions League for him to stay?
I mean, I think with
Like
the Champions League, because of the new format, really, we got the hardest games first. We got Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Then we got Madrid.
And then
after that, we've got
games.
fucking like Young Boys and whoever the...
So will they be like, get a point in one of those two, stay good in the league, and you've got until...
Probably. Yeah.
The summer?
Concede less than 10 against Madrid and Leverkusen.
What summer? Our summer, their summer. Okay.
Yeah, January.
Yeah. Well, March is the defining moment of the season, really, but that's where you know where you are. Because there's Coppa Italia as well, and this year is going to be different because if you are a Champions League, you're out. It's not like we're going to Europa League. We missed chances last season. We could have maybe not win it, but we could have gone far. If Roma got to the semi-final, we could have gone far.
Yeah. I mean, even with the Champions League, I mean, like, we probably deserve to win the first 2 games against Dortmund and Newcastle. And Dortmund got to the final. They had a very easy run. They're statistically the worst team to ever make a Champions League final since its inception. That could have been us. We could have been the worst team in Champions League history to make a final.
A couple of years ago when we made the semis.
Yeah,
correct.
We weren't good
Correct.
that season.
We
Somehow
played the same way. We
Tottenham,
played correct.
We weren't great.
No,
We
It's
played
it's
the
a
same way.
Deportivo La Coruña type thing.
Oh,
as well.
man. You know what? Can I just say, we won 4-1 at home, and I thought, man, we go there, we just smashed. We were a good team. We won the Champions League the year after. I'm like, man, these guys are going to win 3-4 Champions League in a row. We get there. And I remember having dinner, and Deportivo scores, and I'm like, there's 2 more. We're going to win this.
Yeah,
2-0,
I remember
3-0,
too.
4-0, dead. And
We're through.
Porto.
We're through.
Porto won the Champions League
Yeah,
Oh, with Mourinho.
with Monaco. Like, what the fuck?
that was another missed opportunity.
And the year after was Istanbul. And the year after we lost in semi-final.
Yeah.
And the year after we won it. We could have won 5 in a row easily. Anyway, that's going back.
Look,
That's going back.
when going back
20
onto
years
it,
ago.
when do we think we'll get a Champions
look.
League final again?
After those games, I became a bit of a fan of Diego Tristan. I really liked him.
Oh, he was good.
he
He was really
But
good.
then he actually just turned to crap when he came to Serie. It wasn't that great at all. He played for Verona. He could have gone to a big club, but chose not to.
yeah.
Anyway,
When Anthony said that it's a must-win game, I always think of the Borussia game of last season. That was a must-win, and we
Yeah.
lost. And, those are the games that you're like, fuck, if I could play, I would give everything. And Giroud missed the penalty after 1 minute, and then we ended up losing. And that's what I'm scared, because I still think this team, with the same kind of players that we've got, they lack mentality. They held it with Inter, but again, it was shaky. Like they could have easily scored, and they could have won it. That would have been the end. If the Inter won the derby on Sunday, mentally, it would have been a disaster.
this room would have been a mess. I know that for sure.
We held it up really good when they won the league. So I think after that we can do it right, man.
Yeah, but 7 derby losses in a row would have. That's a bit
Yeah, I would
unthinkable.
have thrown a few more water bottles, I reckon.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's talk about the Lecce game now. Okay, so we've already said that Lecce not in a real good position at the moment, been a bit unlucky. This is definitely the type of game where we think we're going in there with a positive mindset, and maybe the worst could happen. So we have to be very careful. We have to respect our opponents, and does Fonseca go back to a 4-2-3-1 or whatever, so that he can rotate some players, and is he going to go with that sort of mindset he did against Parma, against Venezia, where you're sort of resting some players because you think you're going to get the result?
I mean,
Just like
I wouldn't be surprised if we go back to Tomori and Pavlovic, because I think Fonseca will probably think we should have a big chunk of the ball, and I think we'll do the same as what we did against Parma, where it'll be a very high line, because you can tell that's what he wants to do, try and pin his opponents in our own half.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't surprise me if we do that again. Just really, if the players are good enough, we should be able to do it against Lecce. We should be able to keep them in our own half for 45 minutes. We should be able to score a fair few goals. We should be able to play the game how we want to play the game. Because then I can imagine against Leverkusen, it'll be back to a 4-4-2, Gabbia, Tomori, a lot more defensive kind of setup. But I think for Lecce, he'll go back to what I wouldn't be surprised if we see Chukwueze, Pulisic and Leao front four with Morata or Abraham or
I was
whoever.
thinking the same. I was thinking Chukwueze would probably make a comeback into the side as a starter to see how he goes and keep building whatever confidence they think he's going to be building. But
I've been reading some reports of the formation. Milan News says that there shouldn't be any turnover but from Pavlovic or Gabbia. And there shouldn't be any turnover
could you?
before Leverkusen.
How could you take Gabbia out?
Mm.
Like he played a solid defensive game. Should have been man of the match, even if we drew. And then
Yeah.
he scores.
Yeah.
And it's like you don't just take him out for Pavlovic because he's a new player.
But Gabbia is the type of player that if you bench him, he will be fine with it because he loves the club so much that he will take it.
he
He will
still
understand
shouldn't.
why.
But I don't think I'm not fine with it either. I think that
He
should.
deserves
I
it.
think that
Yeah.
in the same way that when Kier was doing really, really well for us, he was sort of that stalwart defender that started most of the times in the pairing because he held things up. Gabbia should be that number one starting as a pair because I think he can play. He's the
With
only
both.
player Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the only player that can play with both Tomori
Yeah.
and Pavlovic.
They're too
and
similar.
You said that before.
They're
and
too
even
similar.
Chow though as well. He can play with Chow
Qui?
too. Chow.
Who?
Chow.
Ah,
He'll come back eventually. You know, he's not
When?
out.
He was on the bench, was he, for the
Yeah, he
weekend?
was.
He was on the bench, yeah.
He'll play eventually. He needs
Gazzetta
to-
said that we might play Temi and Morata again.
My only issue with that is if we play two strikers or both of those strikers, if Leao's dropping a stinker and Okafor goes on the left, who do we sub up front if we need a goal?
Mm.
Both your strikers are on the pitch. And then also if you're playing two strikers week in, week out, they're going to get tired. And, you know, you've got the big game against Inter Monday morning, then you've got Lecce on Saturday, then you've got Leverkusen on Wednesday, and then I don't know who we've got on the weekend. I've lost track of who we're versing. It's just with Abraham's injury record, with Morata's injury record.
Well, technically, it's meant to be Okafor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Realistically,
if he's on the left because Leao's dropping a stinker,
yeah,
I don't think we got enough substitutions
They'll
unless
probably
they
do
bring
like-
Jovic on.
they'll probably do what they did on the weekend and like bring in Loftus.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, look,
Right.
I love Loftus, but is he gonna? If you need a goal from the
Right.
80th minute, is he gonna get it?
We play Fiorentina
Yeah, there you go.
away.
I think I love Loftus, but I don't think he's the one you sub on in the 80th minute to get you the goal. He can, but we'd have no. I mean, I don't know. Does Jovic get on the bench anymore?
Well, yeah.
is he?
Is he? Was he there on the weekend?
If they're playing two
I
strikers,
saw him warming up.
Oh, so he was.
Well, he's
Okay.
definitely not Champions League.
It-
No, he's not in the Champions League.
But for the league, he would be listed on the bench more often than not if we're going to be playing two strikers.
Well, I mean, at least we got someone to bring. I don't know. I just think like their injury records, if they're playing full 90s every week, or because there's not one of them's going to be playing a full 90 every week.
somehow I get the feeling though after Morata's been a bit injured and you know obviously Tammy's coming off a serious injury, I think this is the period where you find that they find a bit of consistency. I got a feeling that look, even Pulisic is injury prone, but how consistent has he been this season already? Like I mean, it's players that you know just because they get injured a few times doesn't mean they're always going to get injured every. You know, it's not like a Dybala situation. I think these guys, they're used to weathering quite a fefew games in a row. They're big features for their country, so I think they'll be fine. I'm just sort of thinking as well, like with the two strikers, this might give an opportunity for some youngsters to come up if there's a few injuries as well. I'm really hoping to see, Kamada,
Jimenez,
Zeroli.
Zeroli.
There's a few different players to come through. And I want to see them play in the first team sooner than later. But yeah, what do you? I guess let's get some predictions for Lecce. So, what do you think, Anthony?
Come back to me. I'm not sure yet. 3-1.
3-1?
3-1.
Confident.
No, I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not. I reckon we'll score early, and then they'll get one back, and then I reckon they'll be pushing for it, and it'll be a typical 20 strikers up front for the last 10 minutes, and we'll get 2.
Man of the match.
Pulisic.
Yep.
I'm going to say that every week. Pulisic.
Okay. I'm thinking
He's our best player.
I'm thinking that we're going to win 2-0 this weekend, and I think that the man of the match will be Mike Maignan.
That'd be our first clean sheet.
Yeah, it would be our first clean sheet.
So
and he
probably-
signs a contract as well. After the win, he
Yeah.
signs his contract.
Yeah.
I just got a feeling that he did really well in the derby. I can just feel a big game coming from Mike Maignan, and this is the type of game where, like you said, we could get surprised a bit like Parma. You don't know what's going to happen. They'll with smaller teams, they throw everything at you. We've seen that. They got more to lose, so they less to lose, or more to lose or less to lose. But they're throwing themselves at you.
Less to lose.
And they give you less time, less space. They counterattack really well, and this is the kind of game where a keeper can come up big. So I think that Magnan's going to be the man of the match. 2-0 victory. What do you reckon, Marco?
Chukwueze man of the match. Brace.
I think it's. Although I think about maybe a potential fuck up, I think we're gonna have a solid win because I believe in the mentality. I believe in winning the derby, giving us confidence. So I think 3-1, just because we are shaky defensively.
You really like my predictions, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
3-1. Okay.
I could see 2-0 as well, only because Lecce's played midweek with the cup.
Yeah.
So they're already not doing well. Then they go lose in the cup. they haven't got a big squad. We've had the week. If we don't win at least 2-0 this time of this, when the smaller teams have already played during the week, there's something mentally wrong.
Yeah.
Who do you think the man of the match is going to be from you both?
Pulisic.
You really like my predictions,
I reckon
don't you?
Reinders.
Rangers.
Yeah.
He will score. If we win 3-1, he will score.
Yeah, I see that too.
When he's got the ball in his man, what a fucking player.
How I was just looking at that I've seen that set piece hundreds of times. You know, we got that reel on our socials on Milan Club Adelaide, and it's doing really well. You know, there's been thousands of views, and I think I'm probably a quarter of those. I just keep watching it over and over again. But that free kick, the whip on that, and the perfection of that free kick
Had to be.
It was just, and like that header wasn't easy either. Like
No.
to direct it from front post and into the top corner, yeah, that was fantastic.
40,000.
40,000 shit. All right, let's move on to the next game. So this one here, we're going to be playing Leverkusen.
Can I just make a comment on Milan Lecce? I just like this. I've been on this show 3 times, but I like to talk about a memory.
Okay.
Of this game. We got none of the Leverkusen because we had never played them in the Champions League. But I remember a Milan Lecce 4-0, first game of the season, 3-0 at halftime, and I was at the stadium, Curva Sud, but I just want to say the formation. Viati in porta, Thiago Silva, Nesta, Antonini, Bonera. Look at the back line. Like Bonera would easily play. Antonini would be our best fullback right now. Pirlo, Seedorf, Ambrosini, Ronaldinho, Borriello, Pato. This was the game before we signed Ibra. Because the second game, we presented Ibra with Palermo home. And then he came on with Cesena and he missed the penalty and we lost in Cesena. First game of Serie A. 4-0, we won the league that season. On the bench, Flamini, Amelia, Papastatopoulos, Yepes, Oduamadi, Ignazio Abate, Kevin Prince, Inzaghi, and Gattuso. What a fucking team.
Those are the days.
Best striker we've ever had up top
Strike.
as
And scorers, Pato, Bryce, Thiago Silva, Filippo Inzaghi. 90th minute. Mamma mia. And obviously the Lecce Milan with Boateng scored the hat-trick. That was fantastic.
Tangents galore, guys. And that's, that's what it's all about, really, isn't it? I mean, we've had so many great players, and now we're in a different era with the club, and they're doing different things. It's almost like it's not really the focus with what they're getting, but at the same time,
I mean, I still think we've got some great players.
yeah,
I honestly do. I think
But
we
not like back then.
not like back then. No,
But
nowhere
the
near.
leagues, we don't have the chance to.
yeah,
Yeah, we're not that team anymore.
I don't think in general though they make them like they did back then at all. Like the players themselves, I think they're a different breed. Like it's like when when you hear about the statesman, moniker for the old players that left us, because they were literally like the class was another level, and you could tell when there's a player that's a new age player that's sort of training to be good technically, and
I thought that was going to be Tonali.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to be Tonali for us.
Same. I feel like
When
Tonali, he's a statesman. He's more of an old school type player, and he has that aura about him. And I wish we kept him. That's why I got all these tops here with Tonali.
I mean, look, way off topic again, but he isn't playing much for Newcastle since he's come back.
Only because he hasn't played for 10 months.
No, but he played for Italy and he was amazing, and then he was on the bench the next game for
But
Newcastle.
He comes off the bench. I think the first game he came off, or he started in like the cup. One of the first things he did was like set up a goal.
Yeah, but I mean, even
And
still,
he's
he
been coming
plays for
off.
Italy, and then they're still sitting here with fucking Sean Longstaff playing in midfield. Like,
Yeah.
come on, what are you doing?
He's just underappreciated, I think. He definitely doesn't get as appreciated as much as we.
Yeah, but I mean, looks good. He might come back.
No.
Who knows?
Well, look, let's
Not close to. Nah. No.
let's
I don't
stay
think we're close enough.
let's stay on topic.
Clip it.
Let's stay on the topic with Leverkusen. Okay, so Leverkusen to me, they're a team that's similar to like your Atalanta or your Bologna with Thiago Motta. They're a system team. They do have a couple of good players, but they're following their coach really well, playing this system really well. It's got them great results, some great runs. But I think this is a game that we'll win. I think that I think we're good at playing these kind of teams that play a system, system football. Look, I mean, beside that one game versus Atalanta years ago, when we do play a system team, when we've played Bologna, it hasn't been, completely one-sided.
No, not at all.
I felt like any time I've watched those games, we've been maybe the stronger side. I think that we do have a way of breaking down these teams and exposing them for what they are. So I think I'm predicting a win. I think that it's going to be.
I'd love a win in the Champions League.
Well, I do not see us winning this fucking game.
It's in Germany as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, man. Hang on a minute, though.
This is the Dortmund redemption. This is what this is.
This team is a lot better than Dortmund.
Do you know who's playing Leverkusen on the weekend? Bayern in Munich. First versus second. So they have a big game. They have a big game in Bundesliga. So that could play a big part in the game that we play with them. Because they play away and they have to win.
Yeah.
Because if they lose, Bayern goes to 5 win out of 5 and they can build up. And Kane might get a fucking trophy this year.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I predict a good result.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
These are all so optimistic. I'll wait till the end.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like, I don't know, maybe I haven't seen Leverkusen enough. I believe in the fact that they haven't lost a game last season, apart from one of the most important ones, the final with Atalanta, where they got smashed. But you never know. I think a draw, 2-2, boom. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
There'll definitely
good
be
result.
goals. There'll definitely be goals because we don't keep clean sheets.
No.
And
they
neither do
score.
they.
And they score.
Look, let's just hope the only way we win this game is if there's like...
How good would it be we win the 90th minute instead of that?
I was going to say, if there's like 1 minute of stoppage time in the 90th, we might actually hold on. But if there's 4 or 5, they'll score in stoppage time
It's
easily.
unreal.
It's insane.
That stat. Of how many... It happened on the weekend.
Yeah, it did.
Like
I reckon they're over double digits.
At least every second or third game, it's 93rd.
So they lost with Leipzig this season. They won with Hoffenheim away. They won with Feyenoord away. And they won during the weekend, the last minute with Wolfsburg. They score a lot of goals, man. They score at 4 every time, apart from the game that they
I
lost.
even think the loss was like late.
With the Leipzig, yeah, well, Openda scored in the 80th minute. So they leaking goals.
A bit like us, but I think if we do play the proper balance of defence, like we did against Inter, named so Gabbia in there with Pavlovic or Tomori alongside him, I think that we'll hold up. I really think we do. It's a game that I'm more optimistic for this than obviously I was for Liverpool. I think that
I'm about the same, to be honest.
you reckon you're about the same as the Liverpool game?
Yeah.
They played it similar to Liverpool.
I think we're going to get very badly exposed. I think Fonseca is going to get so exposed by Alonso's tactics. It's not funny. Like,
Do you think it's the speed? Do you
it's a lose.
Speed will kill us.
It's a lose-lose,
What, as in
right?
the ball speed or the speed of their
Just
players?
their players. I feel like when they have really quick wingers, Theo, he defends, but he's not the best defender.
Well, it's him against Frimpong, and Frimpong will smoke. I think we're fucked either way. I think if we play defensive and let them have the ball, they'll pick us apart. I think if we have the ball a lot, they're going to play on the counter. They'll pick us apart.
I don't think we can play 4-4-2 against them with 2 strikers.
I think we can play like
Ryan
9-1-0.
Open pitch, we can't.
I can't.
Isn't that basically their formation though?
I can't see Fofana.
They play 3 at the back.
I can't see Fofana and Reinders playing and
They play 3 at the
keeping them out.
How? Okay, Fofana. What do we think of him? Can I just? This
He
is an
was
open
second.
question.
I was reading stats and I could not believe it. He was second best on the ground for overall everything.
Yeah, I've been watching him, Rick.
Running,
I'm a big
keeping
supporter.
the ball, passing. I was like, it did not look like that.
You only notice the moments he fucks up.
Yeah.
But that's because he
Just that
fucks
one.
up. He fucks up trying to do a
His fuck-ups
pass.
are
Like
good.
he fucks up
Fuck-ups.
when he tries to pass forward, but it's because he's the only one in our team willing to pass forward. Everybody else wants to run with the ball. He'll probably make 1 out of 5 passes that go forward, but it's that one pass will lead to something.
But I'm going to say this for this Leverkusen game, as long as Morata, Fofana, and Gabbia are playing, we will win.
Well,
it's gonna be
Pierre, what's your
Cats, we
prediction
got the
before I get into
Avengers.
mine?
The Avengers.
That's what. Yeah, Captain America. You got the Hulk, Michael Manyan, and what else you got?
Leao è un deficiente. Cos'è Leao? Leao is the guy that you can. I don't know. Not that's the X-Men. No, that's Fantastic Four. Yeah.
Look, I'm going to say...
4-0.
No. Close. 4-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
4-2
realistic.
Leverkusen.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah, fuck, come on. It's not going to be us. Leverkusen, 4-2.
Who's gonna be our best player?
Doesn't matter. Fuck, it doesn't.
In a
If we
lot.
lose 4-2, does it fucking matter at this point?
I'm gonna say we're gonna win 2-1. It's gonna be very
Over
similar, very similar to the Inter game. And I think the best on ground is gonna be
Gabbia.
Have the exact same game. Everything happened the same.
no. I'm gonna say Rangers this time.
I don't know, because it's over there. Like, it's not at home.
So what?
They're like the games I have watched of them, because like on night shift and stuff, and there's nothing on. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'll watch the Bundesliga.
That's the only reason why you watch
Literally.
Bundesliga.
But their atmosphere is unreal.
Yeah.
And just how they play. Like one goal, Patrick Sheet. When he was in Roma, he was crap.
Yeah. Poverino.
There, he's like unreal.
It's the system.
Yeah, correct. Put Leao in a system that works for
he
him.
doesn't play a system.
No, he needs to be in a system where he doesn't have to drop.
He has to be
He
in a
thinks he's
system.
Mbappe, but he's not.
He has to be in a system. There's only 10 players in the system.
Yeah.
He has to be the outlier. Yeah, everything has to be built around him. And that's what we've done.
But he's not
now,
good enough.
We have.
But now,
No, I don't think we have.
No, not now.
Not now.
No, but
Not
even
now.
last season. Last season, he didn't have the best of seasons. And what happened?
Aye.
Pulisic came in. And all of a sudden, we had a right-hand side.
See, for like 2 games.
Purely loved him.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, is last season, Leo didn't have his best season. And that's because we had a true right winger. We had another option. The season before, when we had Macias and Salamakers, we had fuck all. And Giroud was... I'm not going to get started on Giroud. It's got a long time without saying his
He
name.
celebrated for us as well. Give him
I don't
some-
give a
give
fuck.
him some respect.
Fuck
He's
Giroud.
won the US Cup, I think.
Ciao,
recently,
Olivier.
yeah,
Ciao,
sure.
we love you. No.
No.
kidding,
Congratulations. Congratulations on the US Cup win. All right.
I only have one memory of Leverkusen, the season that they lost everything. Complete everything.
Oh,
they,
that was on the last day against
2002. They lost
They lost everything. They lost the Champions League, they lost the Pokal, and they lost the league all
Wow.
within a week.
Fantastic.
That's
what
insane.
a team, though. That was a good team.
Yeah, with
Olivier,
Ballack.
Neville, Ballack.
Yeah.
They had the...
Ballack lost the World Cup or the Euros that year as well. He lost every single final he went to.
Yeah, the year was the World
Yeah,
Cup final
yeah,
with
and
Brazil.
yeah.
Wow.
He lost
Poor
every
guy.
single...
Even Neville.
Mm.
But Lehmann. Was Lehmann a Leverkusen goalkeeper?
I think so.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, it was- yeah.
He used to play.
was.
He played for us too. Jens Lehmann. You don't remember? I actually saw the news from the Oktoberfest
How long ago was this that he played? I do vaguely remember him being
with us.
Yeah.
With us was before. Couple of years before Leverkusen.
Hmm.
He was the goalkeeper of Germany 2006. Yeah, that was just the only. That's the only memory I've got of Leverkusen that season. That's it. We never played them.
We'll have a
actually
memory now next Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, and we don't play them twice, only once.
Nah.
They're never gonna see San Siro in their life.
I mean, unless we get them in the knockouts.
poor bastards.
Where do we think we finish Champions League table?
Madonna.
I hope. at
According to
least.
you,
In the
we
middle
finished
bit.
already.
Yeah, hopefully we finish in the middle.
In the middle bit.
So playoffs?
Not in the not in the bottom tier.
How many in the bottom tier?
Only 8. Only 8 teams don't go through, and then it's the playoffs.
Surely we don't finish in the bottom 8.
Nah, come on.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was saying. The last 3-4 games we play, we should win every single one of them.
Yeah.
That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
With Milan. The
Yeah.
should wins are the ones we generally...
That's what we've been used to lately. I think things are changing. Let's just have a. I'm always positive. Let's have a
You're
bit
too
more
positive. one fucking win, and
One
all of a
win,
sudden,
alright.
yeah, we're winning the
We're
league,
gonna
we're
win
winning the
the league.
Champions League.
We're only 3 points behind. We can still win the league.
Okay, well, next week, next week's episode, we'll be right back, folks. Next week's episode,
We are right back where we were last week. Trust me.
yeah,
We lost 1-0 to Lecce.
And
Oh,
4-2 to
fuck.
Leverkusen. I'll be back on this podcast saying I fucking told you so.
yeah. The upcoming games we got Fiorentina, I believe. That's correct.
We got Fiorentina away. Fiorentina is doing well.
And then Udinese after that as well. Woo, Jesus.
Vabbè, Udinese non è Real Madrid.
It's a reunion for.
It's still
home.
second in the league.
Well, capito. But after 5 games, it's not second.
As long as it's not in Udine, though.
No,
No,
that's
it's
the
at
worst
home.
game.
Yeah.
That is the worst game for us.
when we go there.
It used to be. You remember Palermo? Palermo was bad for us. We never won in Palermo for like 4 seasons. It's the same. Udine, we cannot win there. I don't think we have won for a long time.
How many years has it been since the Romagnoli goal?
That was Parma, though.
Was it? Wasn't Udinese? I swear he did it as well.
No, Ibra scored in the last minute 3 years ago.
You talking about
the Scudetto season.
Romagnoli goal where it was like a bomb from outside the box?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't else. It was in the box.
From
That
the
was
corner.
Parma. That was Parma.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, look,
Make me think now.
next week's episode, we're going to cover the Fiorentina game. We'll find, we'll see who we can dig up. Hopefully, we can get Eric to come back out.
You've been saying this every week, Paul.
He's
Are we not good enough for you? What's going on?
Well, I'd like to have Eric back because he's a very passionate member of the club, and he definitely had a good first episode, and he's been pretty popular recently on the reels and stuff as well. So
Yep.
I think you'd enjoy
Oh,
it.
yeah.
But yeah, next week we're going to be covering the Fiorentina game. We're going to be hopefully maybe introducing new guests. See if you if you've done enough to keep your spot on the show, Anthony. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I wasn't controversial enough this week. All right, we'll lose 6-2 against Leverkusen. Is that better?
Well, you told Olivier Giroud to get fucked. So that's
Are we clipping that? That should be on a reel. There you go.
I think that was... yeah, you were right. Yeah. We did one with Parma as well. That maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong.
All right, let's wrap it up. But thank you very much, PPG Prospect Painting Group, Eric for sponsoring us. Thank you very much, GTF Garden Temporary Fencing, Rick for sponsoring us, and thank you, Blake Dante's Deli for sponsoring us. You can find out more about our sponsors on our Facebook page, Milan Club Adelaide, and please like and subscribe this channel if you want to see us back next week, maybe. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much, guys, for being.
You rehearsed that sponsor, bravo.
No,
He did it
no,
perfectly.
He's been doing it every week.
No stutter.
Nah.
I'm new to this, I'm doing.
Can I just say,
Paul tried to wrap this up. Marcus like, let me just say.
Pierre, we haven't mentioned Pierre's day-to-day job, which is keeping everyone's profumato with a lot of products. And he's been walking stairs for the last 2 months in the new warehouse of the family business.
Do you want to speak a bit about that before we go, Pierre? What have you been doing?
I don't know what there's to talk about, is there?
Real put on the spot here, Pierre.
Let's say that Pierre works for a company that makes people very well perfumed.
Smell good?
Smell good.
Sponsor of the radio.
Sponsor of this fantastic radio station.
Would you want to do a shout out, Pierre?
Nah, I don't think we need one.
Thank you very much, guys.
I do have a question though.
All right.
How do you live in a family where you are a Milanista, your father is Interista, your brother is Juventino, your sister is Romanista? How the fuck do you do that?
So, yeah, I'm Milan. Dad's Inter. My sister's, Roma. Brother's Juve. My mum, she doesn't really.
Yeah,
but her dad,
don't care.
they do Lecce.
Why?
Oh, because like near Taranto. and all
Ah,
that.
okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just remember like watching the Champions League when we beat Juve in Manchester.
Ah.
That's my first memory of watching Milan. I was like 6, and it was 4 a.m, and I got up to watch it.
How old are you, man?
28 this year.
Fucking hell! I
What
thought
the
you were
fuck?
older.
I
than
thought
that.
you were way. I was going to say, you're saying 6, and I was like, I would have been 5.
Yeah, I was like 6, and I was like, I still remember that game vividly. I don't know how.
See? This is like how I remember the Dutch trio, and you're like, "Fuck, how old are you, man?"
That was episode 1, man.
I know, but I was 6 too. Like anyway.
During the Dutch trio.
What?
How old are you, man? The fuck you talking about? You're not that old.
I'm pretty old.
With all the due respect to the people that were kids during the Dutch trio.
I'm 38.
Yeah, that works out. You're 10 years older than him. All right.
I know. Yeah.
Thank you,
Anyway,
Paul.
thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
Thank
very
you.
much. Bye. See you next week.